बच्चों in the class. Welcome you all. Hope you all are healthy and deeply engrossed in your studies at your home, remaining safe. Okay. Today's topic is electromagnetic induction. What is electromagnetic induction? It is the production of electricity by the induction of magnetic field. Production of electricity by the induction of magnetic field. You all know every magnet has a magnetic field. Magnetic field is the influence created by the magnet up to which any magnet can influence other magnet or a magnetic material. Okay. So this phenomenon was first of studied and explained by famous scientist Michael Faraday. And in his basic experiments, Michael Faraday did what? He put a closed coil and here he put a magnet. Okay. These are the two poles of the magnet. And he connected a galvanometer here. Galvanometer can detect very small amount of current, you all know. So when he created a relative motion between the coil and the magnet. How the relative motion can be created? Suppose the coil has been kept fixed and the magnet is brought from left to right with velocity v. So what you observed, when both the magnet and the coil was stationary, when both the magnet and the coil was stationary, there was no production of electric current here. There was no deflection in the galvanometer, okay? But when the magnet was moved from left to right with velocity v, immediately he observed the deflection in the galvanometer, confirming the fact that there is electric current flowing in this closed coil. Now the point of surprise was that there was no cell here, there was no battery here. Previously, you have the idea that the electric current can be produced only with the help of a cell or a battery. But here we see, in the absence of the cell or the battery, what we are seeing, just by the motion of the magnet near the coil, an electric current is flowing in the galvanometer. Similarly, when he make a motion in the magnet in the left direction with the same velocity, exactly the same phenomenon happened. जब उसको दूर ले जाया गया, नजदीक लाया गया, तो उस समय भी इसमें galvanometer में डिफ्लेक्शन हुआ, और जब उसको दूर ले जाया गया तब भी उसमें डिफ्लेक्शन हुआ. बट दोनों का डिफ्लेक्शन था, एक में इधर हो रहा डिफ्लेक्शन, एक में उसके अपोजिट डायरेक्शन डिफ्लेक्शन. एग्जैक्टली सेम थिंग हैपेंस कि जब इस मैग्नेट को स्थिर रखा गया और इस कॉइल में मोशन किया गया, तो एक बात दिमाग में आई कि जरूर इसमें जो की फिगर है, जो सेंट्रल फिगर है, जो की रोल है, वो मैग्नेट का है. और इस हरेक हम पढ़े हैं कि हर एक मैग्नेट का एक लाइन्स ऑफ फोर्स होता है, इसको बोलते हैं मैग्नेटिक लाइन्स ऑफ फोर्स. वो उसके नॉर्थ से साउथ की ओर निकलती है. तो जब ये फिक्स था, जब दोनों स्टेशनरी था, जब दोनों रेस्ट पोजीशन में था, तो इस कॉइल से होके कुछ न कुछ लाइन्स ऑफ फोर्स पास कर रही होंगी. नंबर ऑफ मैग्नेटिक लाइन्स ऑफ फोर्स, नंबर ऑफ magnetic lines of force passing normally, perpendicularly through any area is called magnetic flux. तो जब ये दोनों फिक्स था, जब इस दोनों में मोशन नहीं था, तो इस कॉइल से होके कुछ संख्या में लाइन्स ऑफ फोर्स पास कर रही थी. लेकिन जब इस कॉइल को फिक्स्ड रख के और मैग्नेटिक मोशन हो रहा है टुवर्ड्स लेफ्ट, तो क्या हो रहा है? एक्चुअली व्हाट वी आर क्रिएटिंग, वी आर क्रिएटिंग the change in the number of magnetic lines of forces passing normally through this coil. So in other words, what we are doing, we are making a change in the value of magnetic flux. So Faraday concluded कि जरूर इस घटना का, इस फिनोमेनन का संबंध कहीं न कहीं इस मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स में चेंज होने से। जब ये दोनों स्टेशनरी है, कॉइल और मैग्नेट, उसमें कोई मोशन नहीं हो रहा है, तब देखा कि यहाँ कोई करंट नहीं बह रहा है। मतलब कि टाइम पास हो रहा है, टाइम के रिस्पेक्ट में इस कॉइल से होकर जितने लाइंस ऑफ फोर्स पास कर रहे हैं, जितना मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स है, उसकी संख्या में कोई परिवर्तन नहीं हो रहा है। लेकिन एज सून एज मोशन स्टार्ट हुआ, यदि ये मैग्नेट गया टुवर्ड्स लेफ्ट या मैग्नेट गया टुवर्ड्स राइट विद सम वेलोसिटी, तब जाके देखा गया कि ये उसमें करंट बह रहा है। इसका मतलब है, कंक्लूड किया उन्होंने कि whenever there is a change in the value of magnetic flux associated with any closed loop, any closed circuit, an electric current produces in the coil by the production of an EMF. And this EMF, which is produced by the induction of magnetic field, is called induced EMF, induced electromotive force. You all know the difference between electromotive force and potential difference in my previous lectures. Okay. And this induced EMF is responsible for the flow of electric current, and the electric current as a result of this induced EMF is called induced current. And this phenomenon in which the induced current or induced EMF is set up in the closed circuit by the change of this magnetic flux is called electromagnetic induction. Is called electromagnetic. So, in order to have this phenomenon, there must be change in the value of magnetic flux. What is magnetic flux? Magnetic flux is the total number of magnetic lines of forces passing normally through any coil. How can you make a change in the value of magnetic flux? Either you have the motion in the magnet or you have motion in the coil. So that with respect to time, as the time passes, there is some change in the value of magnetic flux. Okay. Now see some mathematical aspects. Now let's see some mathematical aspects. Mathematically, suppose this is a large area. This is the small amount of, this is the elementary area. Elementary area means a very small area of this large area segment. It is the normal, outward drawn normal, and this loop having some area has been placed in a magnetic field B, the direction of which is depicted here, and the theta is the angle between this outward drawn normal and this magnetic field. You all know a small elementary area. In my previous lecture, I had already told you A large area is a scalar quantity, but a small elementary area is always treated as a vector quantity, and its direction is towards outward drawn normal. So mathematically, the small amount of magnetic flux d phi b is the dot product of, suppose its magnitude is ds, it is the dot product of this b and ds. In class 11, you had studied dot product. The dot product of two vectors is the magnitude of first vector, a dot b, magnitude of a. You all know. A dot b, you all know. In class 11, vector. Magnitude of a into magnitude of b into cos of the angle between the two. So we use the same formula here. D phi b equal to b dot ds, which is the magnitude of b into magnitude of area vector, and the cos of the angle between these. Cos of the angle between these. Okay. So just say, and if you want to have the total flux, magnetic flux, total magnetic flux, what we will do? You integrate this. B comes outside, and this is ds cos theta comes under the integration. Okay. So first thing is that this magnetic flux is a scalar quantity. It is simply a number. How scalar? Because it is a magnitude. It is also a magnitude, and for a particular value of theta, cos theta is also a number. So number into number into number is a number, and that's why electric flux is a scalar quantity. Second thing, what is SI unit? For magnetic field we write Tesla. For area we write meter square. So the SI unit is Tesla meter square. And in the honor of the great scientist Weber, it is also known as Weber. So 1 Weber equal to 1 Tesla meter square. Okay. Second thing, this magnetic flux may be positive. This magnetic flux may be positive and may be negative, may be zero, depending on the value of theta. Suppose if theta is 0 degree, means B is in this direction and area vector is also in this direction. So phi b is positive. How positive? Because the angle theta is 0 degree here and cos 0 is 1. Similarly, if magnetic field is in this direction and the area vector is opposite to it, so angle theta is 180 degree and here phi b is negative. Okay? And if it is the direction of magnetic field and it is the direction of area vector and this is the angle 90 degree, so this phi b is 0 because cos 90 is 0. So just like work, this magnetic flux is also positive, it is also negative, and it is also 0. So Faraday interpreted that whenever there is change in the value of magnetic flux, induced EMF is set up in the circuit, and when the circuit is complete, when the circuit is closed, due to this production of this induced electromotive force, a current is bound to flow in the closed circuit, and this current is called electromagnetic induction. And this phenomenon, due to which the change of magnetic flux, the rate of change of magnetic flux creates the electric current in the circuit, this phenomenon is called electromagnetic induction. So I hope it is clear to everybody. It's mathematical concept also. But always remember, in order to have this phenomenon to occur, in order to have the production of induced EMF, induced current in the circuit, one key figure is magnetic flux. you have to change the value of magnetic flux. And in later videos, we will see Faraday on the basis of his crucial and very important, who changed the idea of the world. He gave the important laws called Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction, in which we will see some more clear picture, more conceptual ideas, more conceptual knowledge regarding this phenomenon of electromagnetic. So today I am closing it, and in my next video we will see the different aspects of Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction. Thank you.